today's lecture, we are going to attempt a question of speech writing taken from the new Cambridge endorsed book for O-level English language students for examination from 2024. The page is 154 and 155. The text is School Uniforms Turning Our Kids into Soulless Conformists. So we have the exercise 2 on page 153. That is, read the text School Uniforms Turning Our Kids into Soulless Conformists by Suzanne Moore. The question is, imagine that you are taking part in an inter-school debating competition on the motion. Now this is the question. School uniform is an outdated concept. It should be abolished. You are opposing the motion, underline it, and as main speaker are replying to a speech made by Suzanne Moore. Write what you would say. Remember that your aim is to persuade your audience that wearing school uniform is a good idea. You should base your ideas on what you have read in the passage. So first of all, you have to read the text, go through the passage, all the paragraphs, how this the person has expressed her views, and the format is typically having all the ingredients of a speech, but it is against mostly the points are against school uniform, and we are going to write a speech to favor that no, school uniforms should not be abolished. So some of the instructions they have already given to us, that you are being put in a specific situation. This is a debate, so we have to consider both the favor and against point, and what you write should show some understanding both of the situation. Then you are asked to write the words of a speech that is intended to persuade your audience. Speech is based to persuade or to convince your audience. So your arguments should be very powerful. You must therefore make what you write sound like a speech while still ensuring that you write in an acceptable standard English. You must show that you have understood the ideas and content of the original passage and reply effectively to them. As well as keeping the main ideas of the passage in mind, you are also expected to add relevant and appropriate ideas of your own to present a positive argument opposing the motion. Our next step would be to make the points, but before that, these are some of the points or the phrases that are being used in this article, and they are given in your book. So go through them because they are going to be very helpful for you while you're going to write the speech. The use of vocabulary in the article, myth, and the other words, and then the beginning of sentences that engage the readers and link ideas. Remember, as we have already discussed it in our previous video, that a speech is you're trying to grab the attention. So you are going to ask them questions, rhetorical questions, or sometimes you're going to ask them questions again and again. For example, here the beginnings are unsurprisingly, no, uniform does what it says on the tin. Don't ask questions about the world of work. When I have had jobs wherever I have had to wear a uniform. So this is how you are going to go through the article again, and your next step would be these are the notes for the speech that are given in your textbook, and our next step would be to compile our own points. But first let's go through these quickly. As you can see, there are 6 points, and they are about the school uniform avoids the pressure. Overall, uniforms are a cheaper alternatives. Uniforms help students to identify with the school. Wearing uniform helps to reduce bullying in schools. Uniforms can be reused and recycled. Identification of intruders is made easier in school. So these are the points which you are going to elaborate, but of course you are going to rebut them. So we are going to disprove a point made in an argument by the speaker or the person who has written this article. So we have to follow the register of the speech all the time while writing our directly writing question. Of course, we are writing a speech, so we are going to divide it into 5 to 6 paragraphs, and we are going to have a proper introduction, a proper closing. Plus, remember again that you are going to use the typical words and phrases for that. And then this is the speech opening that is given to you, fellow students. As you can see, it is given in your book also. So just to pause the video and read it. The beginning paragraph: fellow students, I would like to oppose the motion that school uniforms is an outdated concept and should be abolished. So that when the exercise question, you are going to it is being clearly indicated there that you are going to oppose it. That means you are going to favor that school uniforms should be worn and they should not be abolished. So however, as you can see the second paragraph, and here we are going to have our own points. First, we are going to negate the points, evaluate the points that are given in the article. And this is again beginning with, however, there is a lot more to consider. So after that, these opening lines, we are going to have our own points.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and share to receive more videos like this in the future.
Now we have read the text. We are now ready to make our own points. So here is a rough sketch. This is how you are going to make a plan before you are going to write the actual speech. 250 to 350 words. You know the word limit, so it can be divided into approximately paragraph 5 or 6 paragraphs. So para 1 could be the introduction of the topic, that is already we have discussed. Then para 2 is evaluate the points in favor of wearing uniform. Remember that in each and every paragraph you are only going to focus on 2 or 3 or maybe 1 or 2 points, because you are not going to write the paragraph, a very lengthy paragraph. 65 to 70 words paragraph is okay, and 2 points you can discuss 2 points because you are going to use the phrases for speech. Streamline, for example, here in paragraph 2 you can discuss these points. It streamlines your morning routine, free from make you free from the dilemma of what to wear. So after the second paragraph, next we have the paragraph 3. You are going to have the points. You can use these points. Uniforms cost effective alternative, releases pressure on parents and fosters sense of unity among the students. Then paragraph 4 would be impact on school spirit, a collective identity can combat bullying. It's a very important point that has already been discussed. Not judged by logos, practical benefits, reusable, recyclable. So in paragraph 4 there are 2 or 3 points. Embody sustainability. Paragraph 5, you are going to discuss security advantages, then identify intruders, ensures safety of students. So lastly you are going, this is the concluding paragraph, and the first and the last paragraphs are never too lengthy. 60 to normally 55 to 60 or 60 words, that is okay. So conclusion should be that you are going to conclude, and school uniform, a choice that empowers us, a beacon of unity and safety. Remember that you are not going to repeat the points, but you are just going to conclude it in an effective way. Now in the end, let me share a tip that is also being given in your books on page 156. That is, you are writing the words of a speech. It is important to try to create a convincing oral register. So oral register is language that has characteristics of spoken language. This does not mean writing in an excessively colloquial way. You still need to use standard English. So what is colloquial? That is language more suited to speech than to formal situations. We have to remind ourselves time and again that it's a language paper and you have to use standard English. So we have to be very cautious about it. But you can achieve the desired effect by directly addressing your audience at different points in the speech. This point we have already discussed, I think twice, thrice, that you have to address the audience time and again. It should look like a speech. It is not a report, not a letter or a magazine article, it is a speech. So here they have given the example. For example, by using direct rhetorical questions, how many of you save time every morning by not worrying what to wear? So it is taken from the this passage. What to wear as you have your school uniform ready to put on, or simply by addressing the audience. This is a point to think seriously about fellow students. So I hope you have learned a lot about the speech writing, and we have discussed, and we have completed a task that is given in our books. So it would be easier for you to attempt a speech writing question for a new paper pattern of Cambridge examination from 2024. Thank you. Goodbye.